It's Week 8 of the National Football.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his third
win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You look at the Steeler defense. It's quite a unit, #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. That is caught, and he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Lawrence on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the 2nd-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
It's 3rd and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Presley Harvin now.
Presley Harvin in punt formation for the Steelers.
Jones on the return. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. Now Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's second and 10. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Etienne up the middle. Brought down at the 20. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection.
Touchdown! Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. From the 31, here's second down and 8. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Pickett to throw on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Second and 10. Pickett. He'll look to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ooh, the juke. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw, Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
At the 39-yard line.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 39. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Steelers at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Pickett now on first down. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 2-yard line.
Here's Pickett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Boswell's kick is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. This one caught by Ridley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Lawrence will throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
And the Jaguars first down.
Lawrence. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this part of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. So now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Looking to throw, Pickett. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. Here's Lawrence as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jack. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back. On it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
At the 17-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence, and that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Lawrence under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Alex Highsmith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, did he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a first down.
Yeah, they had put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Pickett. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Pickett. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Pickett now from the gun here. He finds his man Johnson. And Johnson going to have a Steelers first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Pickett right back to the air again. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Back to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Jones. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3. at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
First down, Jacksonville.
Now back to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. It's a throw again is Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. 2nd down and 3. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now ETN to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And
hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Pickett finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's... The red challenge flag making an appearance. Doug Peterson not liking what he saw there. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. ETN once more. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 37. Back to throw. Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Pickett. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Pickett. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
Another tote for Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
He was brought down by Devontae Casey.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job.